Hi, we are Two Buddies, One Mic, and welcome to episode 5. Amazing news, first of all, right off the gate. We went to a really cool event courtesy of Turife and Nico PR, and I honestly am still in complete awe of just how amazing that feat was. We didn't go as Turife and Kathomi. We went as two baddies, one mic. And let me tell you, everybody stepping out of that room must have remembered that name because we literally made everyone say it over and over again.
It was cringe.
No, it wasn't.
To be honest. No, you know how you pitch yourself to the point where you're like, what did I do too much?
It feels like you're doing too much.
Yeah.
But every time I go there, I think about, have you ever met those guys who sell you their CDs of a record they've done? I'm a piga wimbo, I'm in the studio. Have you ever met them in town and they're trying to sell you their disc? Have you ever felt the passion? The passion.
More passion. More grace. More that.
They pitch themselves. And if that guy was once Calligraph Jones, and Calligraph Jones is where he is now, who are two buddies?
Yeah, but it also shows just the growth that we've had over time.
Yeah.
There was a time when we wouldn't talk about ourselves. We'd go to an event, it would just be vibes, and that's it, and then we go home.
Yeah.
But this time, we went to this event with the purpose of networking.
Yep.
So there we have... You need to pick that. It's the delivery guy.
It is the delivery guy. Shit! Okay.
Pause.
Hello?
Hello, delivery house number?
A8.
A8?
Yes.
Sir.
Yeah, just ring the doorbell.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Hi. Bob, no go to near how, please.
Kata.
Calm down, see your girlfriend. Anyway, we went to this event with the sole purpose of networking and putting ourselves out there.
Yep.
And we actually did. We were working up to your celebrities and saying, hi, do you want to do just a bit of content with us? We're two baddies, we have this podcast. And I say that a lot, we say that a lot of times.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is this and this. We have this podcast. Have you checked it out? Have you subscribed? This is... I loved that for us.
That was crazy. I think my most memorable moments were chasing down Femi One, in actual heels, and those stairs at that spot. I'm telling you, that's a danger. That's a crime scene. Those
heels.
Stairs.
What?
In heels. Nasi heels, whoopee. Yo.
Bililala for by the way.
That was my memorable one. Do you have a memorable one?
My memorable one was very cringe actually when I thought back about it, because we're putting ourselves out there. We're meeting these huge celebrities, people you don't meet every day. So here comes Nameless. He says hi to Kathomi, and when he turns to say hi to me, because he was in demand after the press release.
Yes.
He was in demand. Everyone wants to interview him.
Basically, there was
so we are competing with SPM Buzz,
Buzz,
Mpasho, Tuko. Everyone wants to talk to him. But when he said hi to me, I was like, this is our time. So I held on to him. I hadn't even planned on talking to Nameless or creating content with Nameless, but I held on to him, put down my bag, and looked for somebody to record the video while holding on to Nameless.
Nameless, guys.
And my brain is just screaming and asking me, what the hell
is going on? And he's so courteous, he's just following her around. Do you know what I mean? He's just she's going, dropping her bag, he's following. That was so cool. Such a gem.
He was such a good sport, and I'm so grateful for that. But at the same time, I felt cringe. Later on, just looking back,
secondhand embarrassment.
I was just like, wow, that was intense.
What was that?
If we ever meet again, I hope he does not recognize me because
they probably never do. Most of the time, they never do.
We're gonna tag them in the reel, obviously.
Yeah, but hopefully, they actually do enjoy the reel, and that it was just a good a time for them as it was for us.
Yeah.
There. Shout out to also Malima Rachel and Exclusive. They were very, very cool. They just helped, very accommodating. Made us feel very comfortable. And a big shout out to Prince of Africa. Prince of Africa? Yes, Prince of Africa. Amazing guy. Love that guy to bits. He's an amazing person. And every other person was able to just condone us.
Furthermore, DJ Lighter, Silver Kido from SBM Buzz. He gave us such a nice piece of content. What?
Araboy,
Araboy was so cute.
He was so nice.
No, I kind of saw the appeal. I was like,
get it. Okay. But before we get ahead of ourselves, of course, we are still Kathomi,
and I'm Turife.
And welcome to episode 5.
So today we're talking about lies. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Yo.
Kathomi in a previous episode had pointed out 2 types of liars, which are compulsive liars and pathological liars. We're going to talk about all of them.
Yep.
And I feel like lying is a part of day-to-day lives. As in, sometimes you have to lie. As a parent, I lie from time to time. My son wants a brother or a sister. I'm like, please understand, I am saving. Okay, I am saving my money, and then I will buy for you a brother and a sister. Because in a moment, I really can't. I don't know how to explain to him how biology works, and also lying to not hurt other people's feelings. Like if a friend of mine walks up to me and says, hey, am I stinking? And I don't have a solution for them in that moment, there's absolutely no reason for me to make them feel bad about something they're really conscious about. So I'll just be like, you're good. Don't worry about it. It's normal.
Which is not it's
If I
not
have a
the
solution
best
for
thing,
you,
because now I'm stinking everywhere.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also a really good thing because you're already insecure about this whole thing, and you're like, okay, cool, I'm good. Yeah.
If I have like a perfume deodorant, nikambe, hey, by the way, wow, enda kwa bathroom ujisaidie. But if I don't have a solution, kuna ile ya you point out that you have something in your teeth, I can fix that in the moment. But just confirming someone's insecurity when you do not have a solution for them, I'd rather just lie to you.
Yeah, I see how that can work. However, there are people who just lie for no reason.
Oh, and
you lie. And Turi found a really interesting thread on X, formerly Twitter, that is just like wholesome lies. Just wholesome lies.
Unnecessary.
Wholesome lies. And as I am trying to open mine, the question was someone put up a tweet, an X, and wrote, what is the worst lie you have ever told your whole life? And of course, you know it's gonna be crazy. But the first one right off the bat took me out, because this one I think we've all done. I have a good and caring heart. Like every single person, without batting a lash, will always say they are the best person in the world. You are the best. I care for everybody. And there's one I've heard, I love hard. Like when I love hard. But then it just brings up the question of who doesn't love hard. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're in love, you're in love. You're going to love hard. Why feel the need to bring it up? And especially this, like I've been watching Love Island and is it Love Island? Sorry. Love is Blind?
Love is Blind.
Yo, that man, what's his name? Jimmy? Jimmy needs prayers.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers. Because what is happening with Jimmy? Like this man will straight up tell this woman, because I'm on the episode where he's like, he dumped one girl and picked up the other one, and he's telling this girl like, I can't tell you something that I'm not ready to tell you, like I've not thought out my feelings, so I need a day to think it out, and I don't want this to be a battle of 2 women. And I'm just like,
why are you lying?
Suspicious.
The
next date, immediately the next, he's just told this girl like a few minutes, babes, I'm not sure how I feel about you, let me think it through. The next girl, ata kumaliza sentence, alimwambia I love you. I'm just like, wow, what was that for?
When you start doing inner work, you're able to like recognize the bullshit from very far.
Wait.
Those small lies of I'm not in a good place right now, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
you're able
always
to
making
see it as
excuses.
what it is. You just don't want to be with
It
me.
really just doesn't.
And it's that simple. Because if they wanted to, they would. And I saw this girl on TikTok saying, if they wanted to, they would. That just can't be real. Because I know that he really wants to.
Dalu.
But because of circumstances around him, he's unable to.
It's called delusion.
Stop making excuses.
Delusion.
People know what they are doing as they're doing it.
Delusion. Something I wish I learned earlier in my 20s.
Before you forgive somebody, just know they knew what they were doing.
Ciao.
And even though it would have hurt you terribly, they still went on and did it. It is that simple.
Clear cut.
That simple. Another lie people tell, or rather a lie I have told, because let's just be accountable.
Snitch
to be
on
honest.
yourself.
It would be so unfair if I came here and bashed other people as if I don't lie, or rather I used to lie. So there was this person. We were dating, and then I had to go back to school in Eldoret, so it kind of became like a long distance relationship. We were in a talking stage that looked like it was, getting into a relationship. But, I don't know, maybe from my perspective, I just didn't feel like it was a relationship, but they were really invested in it being a relationship. And instead of me setting this person free and saying, hey, me, I don't think it's working. And because they were also like sending me money and, they were doing something for me, so I felt the need to string them along. And instead of breaking up with this person, I just started lying. Like, he would call me, you know how somebody calls you and they're not really your boyfriend and they want to know where you are and you get irritated. I'm like, oh, why are you disturbing me? I'm like, I'm in the shower. And I'm like, let's FaceTime. I'm like, let's not do that. He says, oh, I'm coming to Eldoret. And I'm like, where are you coming to stay? Me, Neshi, I used to live in this, it was a 1-bedroom house. The living room had like its own door, so that became Chris's room. My roommate was a guy, Chris, very cool dude. And then me, I had the bedroom, had a door, and then like the shared space was a kitchen and a bathroom. So I'm like, even if you come to my house, where are you going to stay? It's just going to be very awkward. So like, I lied instead of just telling them that I did not want a relationship or I didn't feel like dating them or being with them. I chose to lie instead. Why? Because they were doing something for me and I was not ready to let go of that. So I was serving a selfish purpose and a selfish need.
And unfortunately, the reality of matters is, again, going back to people know exactly what they're doing. Like in that, if it was someone you really cared for or you were really interested in, it doesn't matter whether you're in a shack, whether you're in a hole. If they say, I'm coming, you're like, yes, drop pin. You know what I mean? But if you're not interested in them, oh my God, you will make up any excuse. You will go heaven and earth.
How many babes invite their boyfriends from neighboring universities and they're living in a hostel with 65 roommates in bunk beds?
You've gone so far. How many people sneak their boyfriends into their parents' homes?
My God, I have never done that. I always had FOMO. But I come from a Christian background. My mother would have been woken up by angels in her sleep.
Should have felt it in her spirit. But like, you see the point. Like, people will do anything just to keep the people that they want close to them. So yeah, that's and I feel like that's a lie most of us have told. Anytime you're not interested in someone, you're going to lie. Especially when they're doing something for you.
You're going to string them along.
You're gonna lie. You gonna lie. Someone else. This is a funny one. Nakuja leo aki. Same energy of niko tu hapa na come. Just 5 minutes. Nakuja. Do you know that lie? That lie has sustained my whole childhood and adulthood. I have lied. Niko tu hapa nje. I'm just outside. I'm just over here. That lie?
Niko hapa nje.
In fact, even now, I am lying. I am saying I am on my way. You can't see me. You can't see the car. Give me a second. Currently lying. And that lie, it just gives, it's very saucy. Because, it's very saucy. It's very saucy. Until it happens to you. Oh, until you're waiting for someone, that pain does not hit until you're waiting for someone. So I think that's a very popular lie as well.
And the most popular one is she's just a friend. She's just a friend. Don't worry about her.
He or she.
Listen, I have seen so many Reddit threads. I've gone down a Reddit rabbit hole. That person you feel some type of way, they're always around your partner and you ask them, maybe you're uncomfortable. Hey, you guys are close. What's happened? And then don't worry about it. She's just a friend. Yeah. Stop believing because it is a lie. It really is a lie. And one thing I realized about relationship dynamics, a woman is not mad. No. A woman will not stick around where she's not being entertained.
Absolutely.
And vice versa. A man will not stick around where he's not being entertained or where he's not been told, hey, this is a boundary, do not cross it.
Yeah.
So if you're always feeling like your man has this best friend that's always in the vicinity, that has no boundaries, that is always having some attitude with you, and you ask them and they say,
attitude.
Don't worry about it, she's just a friend. There's nothing there.
They're
just friends. You're not mad. Let me just assure you right now, you're not mad, you're not insecure. This is something you have seen, you have felt. If your partner really cared about you, they would say, hey babe, I see how this is making you uncomfortable. Let us set this boundary.
Yes,
and they would tell the friend,
out.
hey, you're making my girlfriend uncomfortable. I don't like it when you act like this. If you're not acting like my friend, you're acting like you want something more. That's a mature way to handle it. So I'm just saying,
that one
you're not mad.
Dead on.
You're being lied to.
Spot on. Sorry, another one I think is overcompensating. I'll give an example. I am very handsome. Like if you meet me in person, I am drop dead gorgeous. Same energy as if I get it, like if you will never experience anything like me. You know, like people who just like outrightly start to tell you how they are good at, sex, or they are good at like. Every time someone is telling you outrightly,
Yeah.
if I hit it,
Ukinipa chance.
if I hit this, you will never go anywhere else. Lies. I did not know that until I was much older. Because you're like, you actually get excited.
The thing is, when you've built up something, maybe it's a talking stage, you've built up the pressure of
tension.
let me tell you, things are going to go down. The
Like
minute
y'all
we
have
meet,
talked,
So you've really built up
this
to this.
grand.
And then the day finally comes, maybe because of nerves or, you're shy in the moment. Maybe your expectations are not met. And then this one also breeds another lie because you don't want them to feel bad.
Of course.
So when they ask, whose cat is this? You say,
Hey,
it's yours,
it's
daddy.
yours, Dad.
It's yours.
Meow meow.
No, I'm just lying. Because it's not yours, it's mine.
It is a at the time. It is community. It is a at the time. I am in my
somebody ever
street
made
phase.
you feel like this?
Yeah,
No, never.
Hey, the lies. The lies. For me, I swear to God, I will never forget. Nilitoka Kambulu nikaenda Syokimau.
My God.
Because nimeambiwa best.
Cross county.
Best. I feel bad saying this. But yeah, he was a premature ejaculator. Then the lies didn't end there because I'm like, if this is a problem, I mean, we can talk about it. Like we can try and consult doctors. Nope. Immediately, and that's why I got mad because immediately then he said, "Oh no, it's because I've been celibate for a long time. You were just here. You were tempting me." Da 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 da.
Yo. And like my toxic trait, if I encountered somebody who experiences premature ejaculation, I would think it's normal.
Yeah,
Because in my head,
happen.
I'm just like, I am so hot.
Oh, Delulu. Delulu.
Like this is
Delulu.
like I am so hot. I kind of get it.
Like you get why.
I
Like why wouldn't you?
And even when, like for me, when sex goes too long, like past maybe the 2 minute mark, I become concerned very quickly. I'm like, hey.
Did you say 2 minute mark?
Yes. Hey, what's going on?
Like you don't like me?
If we're just going on and on and on,
I'm like,
I become very concerned.
What is this
I'm
WAP? What in the anti-WAP are we doing?
So yeah, but that's just me.
Girl,
all in
the
my head.
delusion is
I'm just
insane. It's crazy.
I can't get it.
You have to gas yourself up.
Yeah, sometimes. See, I understand. It's me.
Oh my God, no, that guy. He lied. He lied to me. The lie didn't end there. Look, I had to cut off ties. What's one for you?
A lie I've been told. I feel like you're always being lied to by one person or another. But I think with the Tisa story where this man lied for the entirety of their marriage, that's now wild. You know how you tell one lie and then you have to cover it up, and then it just becomes at this point a scheme.
It's a construction working
and it
scheme.
takes such hard work.
Because you have to keep up with all the lies.
It takes such hard work. There's this babe who was telling us a story and everyone is so intrigued, everyone is listening, and then I'm just like, but I'm the one who told her that story. But now she's telling it like from her point of view, and I'm just looking at her, I'm like, Kai, I was so impressed because I couldn't believe it. She was telling it was her story now, and she was telling it, and then we locked eyes and she laughed, and I'm like, people know what they're doing.
People know.
But it was
exactly
so wild, and it's just it had been like a while. So I think she just took the narrative and ran with it.
Yeah,
Alisa, how
even though you lie too much. That's exactly it. Like you lie so much. But now the stories people have told you in your head, you've convinced yourself that this was my story. Like this happened to me.
That's a mental illness.
It's a problem. It's a problem. And it's really hilarious how, and yeah, sometimes you give them credit because they told a story better than you did. They're like,
people were captivated. They were laughing. And I'm just over there like, do I say it's my story? I look like a sore loser. You know.
Right, yeah, it just comes off
So I'm just over there, captivated. I'm like,
You're also like listening to the
I
plot.
couldn't believe it.
And then, no way. And you know,
The nerve.
that is such an interesting it's like you're listening to
Weird. Your story being told differently. Because you know when you tell a story,
you juice
add
it up.
spices.
You have to add it. Oraimo mix. Oraimo. Sorry, Royco. Royco, I'm choosing mix.
Aromas.
Wow. I'm not like other guys. Stroke girls. Here are the reasons why someone would say I am not like other guys or girls. One, they are a pick-me-sha.
Yes.
If it's a girl. Pick me. I'm not like other girls. Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, how could she do that? Pick me-sha. If it's a boy, and he tells you I'm not like other guys, just so you know, he is the person who they scripted the other guys from. Like, he's the
finisher.
the sauce of whatever he's telling you. He's not like, let me tell you, wow, a person who can convince you that no, I could never, you tell them the way, and sometimes you're just pouring your heart out and you tell this person, okay, the way this guy did alinifanyia,
And that is
he
why you
lied,
shouldn't.
he had other girlfriends, I couldn't believe it. He's like, babe, I'm so sorry.
Or like, wow.
I wish it was me. I wish because were it me, you would never have experienced that. Like, you would never have, will.
And that's a cautionary
Jua.
tale. When you're getting to know somebody, don't go into the relationship
Don't give
telling
your
them
trauma.
about how the other person treated you.
They're taking scripts.
Wako like, umezoea kukua
Umezoea
hurt.
kuteseka.
Umezoea heartbreak motel. So when you get into a new relationship,
Just leave it.
get into it with what your expectations are.
Yeah.
If possible, write them down.
Yep.
Andika goals. Even if they seem unattainable, just write them down and then get into a relationship with those.
The literal opposite
The
of what
bar.
that other person did and you hated is what you say. The guy cheated on me. I love a faithful partner because like there's something so attractive about someone who's like loyal to just you. That's how you script that. Everything they did to you, they conned you out of money. You're like, actually, I really like being financially independent, and I like a guy who's also really financially. Una chapa your script, rewrite. What do you mean?
Hatuwezi kuwafunza kila kitu.
What do you mean?
Come on now.
You need to know. You better be prepared.
Exactly.
Because this jungle is a jungle. It's not. It's
People
not
are ghetto.
Yo.
Kila mtu ako na psychology degree.
Everybody has an agenda.
And also, I think the most recent lie that I was told and I was shook. Me, I've always been proud of the fact that I've never been scammed. I'm just like, me, I know Nairobi well.
Nakuombea isikufikie.
Until somebody I was in high school with.
I almost forgot.
We were just in the parking lot with Kathomi. Somebody I went to high school with, Form 1, Form 2, and then they transferred. Okay, please, I'm just giving you a timeline. Form 1, Form 2, then they transferred. We were in the same high school. We maybe talk maybe once in a while, blah, blah, blah. Earlier this year, she had called me. She was like, oh, Happy New Year. By the way, I was in an accident, blah, blah, blah. I broke my leg. And I'm like, oh, cool. When you come back to Nairobi, let's hang out. Let's check out. So that's what you tell people you've not seen in a hot minute. That's the most communication we usually have. And maybe like that fire emoji on Instagram from time to time. Tell me why this babe calls me. First, it was like an unknown number. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Lakini because you never know when your bae is gonna send a rider,
of course,
to surprise you. Mimi nitachukua unknown number. Okay, I pick up the call. It's a reverse call. I'm like, what in the ghetto is this? But I'm like, is it my house?
Could have been your brother. Could have been like,
Nikasema, okay. I picked the reverse call. It's somebody crying. She's like, I think Kathobi was actually at the counter. We were at Miniso. She's shopping over there. Me, I'm over here looking for pon-pons. You know how they have very cute things going on there. So I pick up the call. She's crying. So immediately I'm like, oh, who is this? Who's crying? And then she's like, Faith, I'm about to kill myself. You abandoned me. And I'm like, hey? What do you mean I abandoned you? We were in high school for 2 years. Uka transfer. how did I abandon you? And then she just goes on to say how she's on the verge of committing suicide. I'm like, hey, give me 20 minutes. I get home, we talk. She's like, I don't even have 20 minutes on my life. I panicked. And now I'm trying to talk to somebody who wants to commit suicide. You can imagine the state of mind I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of the mall, goosebumps, my hair is just standing. I'm trying to talk her down just to keep her talking. And then I'm like, is there someone in the background with you? She's like, oh, Sijui. So I talked to the person in the background with her. Apparently, Sijui, it's her boyfriend. She had gone to visit. Her boyfriend was not a boyfriend. So I think the relationship troubles, blah, 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 blah. And after talking to her for a minute, to make it to our basement, we realized this babe was carrying us for idiots.
Something wasn't adding up.
Because after I asked her, have you eaten? She was like, no, I've not eaten. I'm like, okay, calm down.
Even before the eating, she kept insisting, send me cash. Because you're like, wherever you are. The situation was, she was at this guy's house who's supposedly her boyfriend, not her boyfriend.
She showed up unannounced and he's
and he's like, no,
you can't
keep her. Yeah. So basically, it was a thing of, she was like, you suggested,
Can you find somewhere to sleep?
Can you find a place to crash for tonight, and then I'll send you money, and then you can go home, or you can, I don't know, we can find each other somewhere, and then have more of this conversation, because, you know, as a concerned friend.
Exactly.
She kept insisting you're her best friend.
Exactly.
It's like,
friend.
let's just try and get this to tomorrow, because like that's the urgency now.
Let's
just
I
try
want
and
you
get
to think
this
about
to
tomorrow now,
you know,
because you're thinking about killing yourself right now.
So now she's like, yeah, send me the money. I'm like, okay.
From suicide to send me the money, and then any time we would stop talking about money, she'd go
bring
back
it up again
to wanting to die. So I'm like, have you eaten? I'm just trying to get her mind off of the suicide.
Yeah.
Have you eaten? Can I get you something to eat? Okay, let me send you money. You go buy dinner. Let me tell you, my friends, the minute I sent this money, ladies and gentlemen, the minute I sent this money for dinner, did I hear from her again?
Called her and her man.
I called her. Did she pick up?
Nothing.
You mean you're scamming me that small amount of money and using the excuse of suicide? I felt horrible.
It was so horrible.
I even went home and cried because I couldn't believe you would use such a traumatic thing.
That is crazy.
To scam me off of money for dinner. You know, if she could have told, because even like earlier in the week, she had asked me, hey, like, do you have like 300, you know, some money, can you send me? And I sent her the money.
Yeah.
I was a bit late. I was like, I had a whole day. So in the evening, I remembered, I didn't send her money. I sent her. I texted, hey, did you get the money? She never replied. And then now Friday, you call me saying you're killing yourself. I send you money for dinner and you dip. I don't hear from you again.
Mind you, she was supposed to then send money the next day.
And then we had also had the conversation of, find somewhere to sleep, find some food, find somewhere to sleep, and then in the morning I'll send you fare.
More cash.
You go back home. So I sent her money for dinner and everything. I tried to call her back, hey, have you found somewhere to sleep? Have you found something to eat? Akani ghost. Tell me why in the morning I wake up to 18 missed calls. They now want more money for fare. I felt so bad. I even called a lawyer. Anne was like, yeah, I called my friend, she's a lawyer. She's like, don't worry, you have no legal duty of care. She's not your relative, she's not your child. Just let it go. That was a scam, clearly. You lost that money, just let it go. That's it. I felt horrible.
Mango season.
But don't lie to people with such big things.
I feel like that's a lie you really
shouldn't use.
Like you can't, you know, it's the follow through for me. The follow through for me. And let's not also even, mental health issues are a huge problem in this country, and not just in this country, in the world. It's like a huge problem right now in the world. So of course, before you even think on your feet and you're like, this is sounding very scammy. Yes, we were having that conversation, even on the phone. My day took, how many hours were you on that call?
We were there for hours. We were supposed to shoot 2 birdies. Had to shoot. Because like halfway we would mute and I'd ask, do you feel like you're being scammed?
I think so.
And then, but because I don't want to dismiss you.
She hands the phone to the boyfriend, he gives a story. It's like it was just back and forth. So it was a very confusing phone call. But regardless, in that moment, you're not thinking about, you're like, no one would do this, you know? Like,
no one would use suicide.
You're just trying to help this person out because they're clearly in a really bad state. And then the reference of you, like they have no other friends. She kept insisting, you're my best friend. You know you're my best friend.
So it felt very targeted.
Why don't you love me? So it's
Yes.
like, am I the
Why
only
don't you love
person
me?
in your life? And if I am the only person in your life, I really don't want to risk the chance that I don't help you, and then I'm guilty because I disregarded this as nothing. There's all these things playing in your mind. Like,
I was so tired. Nikifika nyumbani, I was
Mental
so
exhaustion.
drained. But
so basically, people with mental health issues try and consult a specialist.
Yeah.
Someone who knows how to deal with this. If you don't know anyone, there are hotlines you can call toll free, zero money needed. That you can talk to these people online. Like, there are so many options. If you're feeling like you're not okay, please talk to someone. Someone who can actually help you through, not just today, but the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, let's make this an actual healing journey, as opposed to, like, I don't know, calling someone who you're ambushing someone with information, and then now you leave them the burden of shit.
Yeah, and it felt very targeted. I think, I don't know, I was supposed to be empathetic, and the manipulation, you're my best friend. How am I your best friend?
Times.
And you don't even know me, like we never talk,
The last time your interaction was weird as hell. Like, yeah. What is
so
the
be
point?
wary of the lies.
There are lies, there are little white lies, you're allowed to tell those, but you can't go to an extreme.
True.
Like this one, just so you can get something out of it. It's easier to tell me, hey, send me money.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, just be honest with what you want.
Hey, I'm going through a rough patch. I need
Please
some
send me
assistance.
some cash.
Yes.
Let me also be able to give you that, I don't know, give me the chance to be a friend.
Yes.
That's how I'd end it.
Yeah.
Give me a chance to be a friend. Don't try and manipulate me into doing things for you simply because you don't know how to articulate it in other ways. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, that is it. That is it. And don't take advantage of people.
Yeah.
As we said before, you're an adult. No one is going to beat you.
No one will beat you if you say the truth.
And I think it's just that feeling of not wanting to take accountability. But as difficult as it is, please do. Don't lie unnecessarily. Lies affect people's lives.
Yeah.
And it even affects how people look at you. Because if you've lied to me about something so unnecessary, I find out, I'm just looking at you funny. I'm like, she lies about very
she's lost a
weird-
friend officially.
weird things.
Like, y'all are not the tightest, but like officially she's lost a friend. Like, she can never call you.
Yeah.
And you actually, like, even, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So don't lose friends over small things like that. Just be kind to one another and be considerate. We're all going through some shit.
Well, baby, kila mtu anapitia.
Kila mtu.
Yo.
We're all going through some shit in our own ways. Anyway,
That's it. Tell us, have you been lied to? Are you the one perpetuating these lies? Are
what
you
lies have you told?
Are you giving lies like pregnancies? I don't know. Yeah.
How
Don't
did
worry.
you forget that one? I'm pregnant.
Don't worry.
And I don't want it.
Yo.
Send me some money.
Yo. Hey. Send me abortion money. We all know somebody who's received abortion money and they were never pregnant.
Why are we laughing?
It's not a nice thing. Don't lie about such big things, because even with the smallest things, we'll never take you seriously.
Nope.
If you've been my friend and you've lied to somebody about abortion money, even if you came to me with a story, I probably wouldn't believe
I'll feel
you.
kind of sus, yeah.
I'd be like, hey,
For men who lie about how much money they have. Why?
just say what you have.
Now I'm your girlfriend. Suddenly you have no money. You
And
think
then
I'll stay?
you call me
Do you
a
know what I
gold digger.
mean? I'll end up leaving. If I stayed here for money. Like, don't. Mambo ni mengi.
Anyway.
Masani machache.
Masani machache. Please subscribe and share. It's downloadable. You could watch offline. If you're using bundles, I love you. Saving queens. Okay, what a deal. I got you. So yeah, I think that's that.
Yes, and if you do feel like you want more of this conversation, because it was really short, let us know in the comment section or on our DMs at 2buddies, one mic on social media. Pretty much everywhere, including TikTok. Until next week, same time, same place.
Bye.